So that's known as the Obsessed Compulsive Gamer, the O.C.G, and I am starting up Medieval 1 on PS4, as I'm gonna get the platinum for the other two versions of the game in preparation for getting the platinum for Medieval 2. What's up? Yeah, sorry, I forgot. I love you. Bye. I'll be right back. I have to take my meds. Sorry about that. I forgot. I need to take my medication. You need help, bro. You really do. I worry about you sometimes, Max. This game is one of my favorite title screens ever. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you. Plus, out of all the names for different landmasses, or lanes in games, I'd say Gallowmere has got to be one of the coolest fucking names. Gan's Crypt.
It has risen again. Sir Daniel Fortescue, see? The hero of Gallowmere who fell at the first charge. The fog of war and the shrouds of time conspire to turn the arrow fall.
And for 1998, I believe, this game had fucking great voice acting.
Let it alone. Fate has given it a second chance. A chance to forget the ignoble truth. A chance to defeat Zarok and live up to the legend. We hopes it does well.
Okay, I'm gonna have to customize the buttons. If you ever play this, I strongly recommend you customize the buttons. Because fucking circle is jump, and X is attack. And no, I refuse. Ugh, no, fuck hole. Yeah, but in a platformer, circle the jump, it's fucked up, dude. Square's the jump button for you. What the fuck do you mean? What do you mean? No, it's not. It's not good. The fuck are you talking about? Just an FYI, you need to come back here later. You can kind of see here. You come back here later when you get a club to bust through that wall, but you can't do that when you first start the game. There are some levels that you need to revisit. Those are not platformers! Those are not platformers! You don't spend most of your fucking... Oh my god. Dude, you don't spend most of your fucking time in GTA jumping! Oh, hey! It's good to see you, Emily. The Graveyard. I think you like this game, Emily. It's like if Tim Burton made a platformer. It's the pit, pretty much. And you know it's true! Ooh, ooh, ooh. Max loves you. And you know it's true. Medieval. Like I said, it's like if Tim Burton made a PS1 platformer. He's already in the next day, dog. He's in the fucking future. Fucking zombies coming at me. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot you gotta go around. No big deal. There's a button for fucking... Was there a button for pulling the camera behind you? I don't remember. Oh, well. Tell Max to be careful. I'm sorry. Max, tell Steph to be careful. Emily's out to molest him. She wants that check dick, and she wants it now. She's not waiting. She's about to annex him from his virginity. You know, you can message Steph, right? You can slide into his DMs yourself. Sounds kind of like you want to. Why don't you take a seat there, Emily? I have the chat logs. Next episode of Dayline NPC. To catch a MILF. I don't dislike Steph, Emily. I just want to make that clear to you. I just don't have room in my life for somebody that's gonna fuck me over. Oh, hey, wow, 5 people are watching. Fucking awesome. That's amazing. Like, comment, and subscribe!
Welcome to the Hall of...
All right, Emily, good night.
Where the bravest warriors from history...
Don't think about minors. That's weird.
Feasting, singing, and arm wrestling. If they think you're worthy enough, you may be able to persuade them to give you a...
Who harassing me or Max? Oh, God. See, actually, Medieval Max is one of those game series you'd never harass Max. Well, fuck you. This is one of those game series, Max. Where you really want to get 100%, because they actually, some of the best parts of this game are rewards. Every time you get all the kills, so the chalice, you get a unique weapon. And the best weapons in the game are from the chalices. And so you're consistently given rewards for getting 100% of the levels, rather than it just being for whatever. But not only that, you come to the Hall of Heroes, and all these people are heroes, and they're all fucking hilarious. And there's like this German guy who swears about shields. He's like, do you know what is the best weapon? And he's like, a sword? He's like, nine! A shield! And I fucking bust out laughing, man. It's hilarious.
Captain Fortescue, it's me, Canny Tim. Does the battle go well? How I wish I could fight at your side again, sir. But hold, you could take my crossbow. It's got rapid fire and you can ricochet the darts off walls to shoot around corners. I used it at the Battle of Gallowmere. After you were slain, I shot Zarek's champion, Lord Kardok. A clean kill through the eye at some 1,000 yards. Not that there's anything clever about shooting someone in the eye, sir. Oh, goodbye, sir.
Because he was his second in command. And that's how Dan died. He got shot in the eye. So he put his foot in and I was like, oh shit! And like all the conversations with the heroes are unique. So they're just funny. And in order to get the game's true ending, you have to get all the chalices. So it's just, you really should do the chalices. All of them. Any other fun, short, and good story recommendations? Like in the same genre, action, or just in general, man?
So, even from the shackles of death, my old enemy pursues me. You're too late, Fortescue. Already my army has risen from the grave. You will never leave this necropolis.
Okay, well then you gotta tell me what you're in the mood for, man. Because saying, you know, like, a short, fun, and linear is kind of not being very specific. You, like, help me narrow it down. I've got plenty of suggestions, dude. Well, yeah, no shit about the RPG, man. Maybe Shadow of the Colossus. You can get the original version that's an HD on PS3. And it's a popular enough game that I'm sure it's on there. Damn it. And it's not that long if you're just beating the story. It's got a lot of replayability, a lot of secrets, a lot of bonuses, but the actual main game is not that long. And it's also a fairly easy platinum if you decide that you like it. The HD version. The HD version is literally just the PS2 version at 1080p, man. Pretty decent. You'll have to replay it a bunch of times. But like I said, it's not that long. And once you know what you're doing, Max, you can literally beat an entire playthrough of it in 2 hours. And I was regularly doing that, so even if you count like multiple playthroughs, you'll still probably clear it quicker than you did God of War. Oh my god, these fucking... Ugh. Shit.
We have failed the master. We give our lives.
Yeah! I'm telling you, dude, it's not nearly as bad as you think it is. It sounds like it's really bad. You know what I mean? Like old 2000, but like I said, they give out the fucking precursor orbs on Jack 1 like candy. You know, 2000 sounds like a lot until you realize you're gonna get like 500 precursor orbs every major area. And in case you're wondering, that level that I just played, it's impossible to get the chalice on your first run through. You have to break open a club area, and you get your first club in this level. So after you beat this level, say you should go back and do the first level, dance crypts, you can get the hidden chamber that has a bottle, a health kit, and then go back to the cemetery hill and redo that level to get the chalice. This is also one of the few games where each version of the game is kind of unique and not redundant. You might think, with the PSP version being a remake, and the PS4 version being a remake, the PSP version will be redundant. It's actually not. And the reason for that is really simple. The PS4 version is a straight remake, you know, exactly the same levels, voiceover, but modernized graphics and controls. The PSP version is like a reimagining by the same team. Different voiceovers, different script, different levels in different orders, and it's actually good in its own right, but it's just different. So each version of Medieval is worth playing. No, fuck, I don't have that yet. Shit. Yeah, you should definitely start with Medieval 1. You know how I feel. As I mentioned before, dude, you can't really appreciate a remake until you play the original. Well, obviously, it's different in games like Tomb Raider that technically has the original version you switch to. Yeah, that's true. This game also has an immensely satisfying, life-refilling sound. And I think graphically and artistically, this game is held up really well for a 1998 game. Of course, it being super stylized helps in that, but yeah. Stylized games hold up a lot better over time, honestly, than more realistic games. Shit. Probably, yeah. It's up there. There's a couple, I would say, that are really good looking. I didn't think about it, though, but that definitely is one of them. Especially Fear Effect 2. It's obviously iterated on it even more. It's also the biggest PS1 game ever, at 2 gigs across 5 discs. Which, for PS1, was fucking gargantuan. Hold on a second, if I'm not mistaken, isn't there a trophy in this game for doing... I thought that there was... Oh, yeah, there's that fucking trophy. Oh, well. I can get that. You know, it sucks dick. And you know what, I'll make a save and I'll come back and I'll get that later. Spider-Man 2 Inter Electro is another PS1 game I think looks fantastic. Came out in 2001. It was one of the last PS1 games to come out and really pushed the PS1 to the limit. A big cliched answer, but one I feel is true nonetheless. It's Metal Gear Solid, I think, is one of the best PS1 looking games, especially like cutscene wise. I think it had probably the best cinematography for cutscenes. Yeah. I think Metal Gear Solid had the best cinematography for cutscenes on PS1. Me personally, anyway. I don't think it looks like shit. I'd have to think. I know there's more. It's pre-rendered art, so some people might not count it, but I do. Legend of Dragoon was a RPG made by Sony, and it had some of the most gorgeous pre-rendered art you've ever seen in a game, and it still allows me today. I think Silent Hill looks really great. I think the character models looked really good for PS1. And going for a big 3D townscape back then was really uncommon. Even with the fog and all that shit. And the camera angles in that game were downright artistic. They're so cool today. Like, I'll never forget the first fucking,
Back from the battle so soon?
I'll never forget the first scene in the game where he's walking through the alley and it shows the fucking camera panning over the head, like, as the area transforms around you in real time. For PS1, that was fucking insane. Still one of my favorite openings to any horror game.
A true hero you'll be.
Never forgive me for doing what's under you and do one. Never forgive me for doing my sons of deals and doing shit.
Hurrah! I knew it would take more than an army of the evil dead to throw your strider. I've something that may help you on your quest, Captain. I give it to you freely, though I have no idea what it is.
Health bottle, bitches! Final Doom, I think, is one of the best looking PS1 games. Like, I know it's a port of Doom, but like the color lighting and shit they added looked really fucking great. Alien Resurrection, I think, looked really great. So you get a new health bottle and a bunch of gold. Just for basically taking a 30-second detour with the club. Come back to the crypt. And you can refill your daggers. Yes, I agree. A lot of chaos and shit going on screen. Very impressive, the amount of shit they managed to get on screen. Running at a pretty decent frame rate. A lot of PS1 games had a lot of slowdown, deal with a lot less on screen. And the particle effects are some of the best on PS1. Especially for, like, the laser gun. Whatever that's called. You know what I'm talking about. Now I have to go back to Cemetery Hill.
So, even from the shackles of death, my old enemy pursues me. You're too late, Fortescue. Already my army has risen from the grave. You will never leave this necropolis.
Like I said, Apocalypse is just a fun game, man. Like, it's not, like, super deep. It's just fun. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, it's not trying to be something it's not. You know what I mean? It knows that it's cheesy. It embraces that fact. Is that you, Hannah? Yeah, her name's Hannah. H to the A to the N-N-A-A-H. My mom loves the color purple. That's her favorite color, actually. I'll have to ask her if she likes her purple. Crazy! Yeah, I like this game. It depends on it. It depends on if you like older games, Hannah, which I think you probably do because you said you had a lot of older systems. But this is like if Tim Burton made a PS1 platformer. It's the best vibe I could give you. And seeing as I like platformers and I like Tim Burton and I like gothic shit, this ticks all the boxes. Ha! Be careful saying that, Max is gonna get a raging erection. He's always talking about old games are the best. Yeah, modern games are shit. Big and mighty, we hit the blow on that cartridge. Yeah. Yeah, he's the dildo guy. Oh man, that's the first time I've ever heard somebody refer to you like that, Max. Oh, that's amazing. Some games are like that, Max. There's a lot of good modern games, though. I like old games and new games. You know me. And you need this witch talisman for later. To the Hall of Heroes. No, I love this game. I'm a big fan of this game.
It's the Hall of Heroes shopping mall. Bargain hunters.
You can actually get it on PS4, Hannah. It's part of the PS1 classics on PS1 and PS4 for $10.
That's where it's at.
So if you want to like it, you can get it for pretty cheap. Or if you like it, you can get it for pretty cheap. Hi, O.C.G. I talk to myself. That's what you're seeing me doing, Mary. That is what you're seeing me do. Merrily. That's what I meant to say. I was making a joke. I can't even talk. Try to say shit and the wrong words come out. You need help, Max.
Ah, Fortescue. What's this I hear about that archcad Zarog still being alive? Thought you killed the fella. Never mind, you old warhorse. Better show him what's what, eh? I expect Johnny's zombies a bit more of a handful than you remember. How are you doing for weapons? Here, take my warhammer. It'll smash anything and it won't fall apart like a club. I only ever get to use it cracking walnuts around this place. Nonsense, Fortescue. I won't take no for an answer. Knock a few heads for old Stan your iron. Nonsense, Fortescue. I won't take no for an answer. Knock a few heads for old Stan your iron hewer, eh?
Yeah, see, so just for doing the chalices. I get the hammer. The hammer's like a permanent club. Except not only is it permanent, but it can do a big-ass shockwave attack. Super useful. The only reason why you keep a club is you can light the clubs on fire. But for all intents and purposes, the hammer's just like a better club. Return to the graveyard! Homina, 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 pow! Ta. And you'd probably also be arrested. Playing whack-a-mole at work is fun until the cops come. There's also a sequel to this, and 2 remakes that are each different or each good. Pretty much like every game in the series. Damn it. But yeah, my YouTube channel is growing. Technically, I know it doesn't seem that impressive, but I'm in the top 10,000 YouTube gamers in the world. That doesn't seem impressive, but that's out of like the millions and millions and millions of gamers that are on YouTube streaming. So being in the top 10K is actually being in the top 1%. Yeah, exactly. And over my channel, Hannah, has over 400,000 views, which is fucking crazy to me. And I average about 1,000 views a week for streams, which is also really great, and about 5,000 views a month for videos. So for a small channel, you know, getting like 5K views a month and getting 1,000 live stream viewers is actually pretty good. And my channel keeps growing. Right now, I've got about 439 subscribers. If I can make it to 500, I can apply for YouTube Partner and start to make money off this, which is the dream. Games are my passion. Games are what I love most in life. And I love talking about games with people that like games. So, streaming is kind of my dream, you know? Getting paid to play games and talk to people about games. It's like bringing all that together, you know what I mean? And like I said, I've been doing this for about 5 years now. Well, going on 6, fuck me. I started streaming hardcore on YouTube. Yes, it does. Well, like, if by reactions you mean the thumbs up, then yeah. Likes and comments help it in the algorithm. And I'm happy to have you in my stream. It's nice to have you watch me game and talk to you about it. That's something I enjoy. It's just like right under the page. Like you look at the video, here's the video. Look down, it's like right there on the bar right underneath the video. There's a thumbs up and a thumbs down option. If you thumbs down me, I'll kill you! We'll figure it out. It's not a big deal. That had to be right now. Come on, bitch. Fuck me. Oh yeah. That's fine. I don't expect everybody to be a pro at that shit. Fucking wolves. Yeah, and doing that gives you the dash ability, which is cool. So you can dash around quicker. Yeah, this game's movement is kind of quick and twitchy, which is fun for the action and getting around, but it's kind of imprecise for more precise movement. So some of the platforming gets tricky. They fixed that in the remake and the sequel.
All has changed outside the necropolis. Paths go this way, paths go that way. Nasty, painful death waits round every turn and over every hill. Bon voyage.
Yeah, I don't really fuck with TikTok that much. You can play with my TikTok. Yeah, the game has a very great art style. Like I said, it's like if Tim Burton made a platformer.
Bravo, Fortescue! Some of the other chaps wagered Zarok would be using your ribcage as a toast rack by now, but I knew you'd pull through. Here, I have a little extra something here I can give you. Could help the old quest. You want it?
You better. You know, they say if you don't use it, you lose it. And just so you know, I'm gonna make raunchy jokes all the time. That's who I am. As you may have guessed by in the fucking Discord. As long as it's not like something insanely graphic, doesn't really matter. My streams are marked for mature. Uh... Giggity! Giggity, giggity, goo! Alright! Fucking bitch ass scarecrows. Hop off my dick! I play a lot of games though, just so you know. I play old games, play new games, horror games, action games, open world, linear, RPGs. Like, I play a lot of different shit. I'm not one of those people who focuses on one genre, you know what I mean? Yeah, I play a lot of RPGs. RPGs are probably my favorite genre, with a particular focus on JRPGs. I love Japanese role-playing games, always have. Final Fantasy, you know. I pretty much play every Final Fantasy, put hundreds of hours in a bunch of them. My favorite Final Fantasies are 8, 12, 15 and 16. But I play a lot of other RPGs too. Dragon Quest. I like 13. I think 13 is underrated. And I do enjoy 13. I just wouldn't put it on my top 5, you know what I mean? And Erba Young Fang has got to be one of my favorite Final Fantasy characters ever. Like, I know everybody loves Lightning, but Fang's shit. Yeah, plus she gets fucking Bahamut. Out of like all the summons, she gets the coolest one. Bahamut is literally the king of the summons. I feel like Final Fantasy VIII is crazy underrated. It always gets shit on because people wanted it to be 7 and it wasn't, just more fucking 7. Because you have to understand, for most people, 7 was the first game to introduce them to it, so they didn't understand that each Final Fantasy was a self-contained thing. So they thought that 8 was going to be like 7. But I really love 8 for what it was. And Squall is one of my favorite heroes in the series. And Laguna's battle theme, the man with the machine gun, it's one of my favorite fucking gaming tracks. I also really like Final Fantasy 15. I know it's popular to hate on it. I love 15. And Noctis is one of my favorite heroes in the series. And without a doubt, Arden is my favorite villain. Oh, yeah, I love Kingdom Hearts. I'm a die-hard, lifelong Kingdom Hearts fan. Except for Kingdom Hearts 3. I fucking hate Kingdom Hearts 3. Long story, we'll be here all fucking day. My favorite Kingdom Hearts game is Birth by Sleep. But I pretty much played every game in the series. Every main game in the series. There's a fuck ton of spin-offs. Mobile phone game. And, my introduction to Final Fantasy was watching my dad play Final Fantasy X. That's what instilled my love for the series. Yeah, thank you. It's funner to fucking watch than it is to play. Like, the battles, if you're just watching somebody play the battles, it's like, oh man, this looks cool. And then you realize that the combat system is just fucking endlessly mashing X. Okay, and not only that, but it's like, at first the attract rides, you know, the Disney ride weapons are cool, until you realize it's just the same fucking minigame over and over and over and over and over again. By the end of it, I just didn't want to use them anymore. And yeah, Final Fantasy X is amazing. Titus is the shit. Auron, Yuna, Riku, Himari, Waka. That's what I'm saying. Okay? And it's not like it didn't improve. I felt like it made a step backwards. I don't know if you've played Birth by Sleep or Dream Drop Distance, but they had, I thought, the pinnacle of the Kingdom Hearts battle system. And I thought that was like, for like several games in a row, they had the same battle system, the command deck. And I thought it was perfect. And then just for no fucking reason, they just decided, hey, you know, we're gonna throw that battle system away. Yeah. 358 over 2 days. God, I played the shit out of that on DS. Oh my god, I played that so much on DS. But Birth by Sleep will always be my favorite Kingdom Hearts. That game fucking blew me away. It honestly felt like a main Kingdom Hearts game on a handheld. Chain of Memories. I've got mixed feelings. It is fun to play. I do like the battle system. But at the core, it's hard to get behind it because it's, as you guessed, it's just like Kingdom Hearts 1 over again, but slightly different. Like, you can boil down, like, the unique scenes in Chain of Memories for, like, 20 minutes. I don't hate it, but yeah, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. But anything is better than Recoded. Fuck that game. Recoded is the only fucking Kingdom Hearts game that I think is downright terrible. And the only fucking, like, main Kingdom Hearts game I never finished. Yeah, I agree. Did you ever play The World Ends With You? It was a DS game made by the team that did Chain of Memories, but it was their own IP, and it had like a similar battle system with deck, but with multiple characters. It's really fucking good. You should look into it. If you really like Chain of Memories, I think you'd really like The World Ends With You. Did you play Dream Drop Distance? You said you don't think you have played The World Ends With You or Dream Drop Distance. That was one that was on 3DS. Okay, so you have played Dream Drop Distance?
Fortescue, you jawless arrow magnet. What are you doing?
Okay. So you know how when you go back to Traverse Town, in Dream Drop Distance, there are all those weird Japanese-like characters? Like Joshua and shit like that. Those are all characters from The World Ends With You.
Back here. What? Call me Mr. Woden the Mighty. How I pity the people of Gallowmere, that their fate should once again be in the hands of a chump like you. Still, I suppose it's not fair to take it out on them. Take my sword, and do try not to stab yourself in the foot. You know, I've always had my doubts about you, Fortescue. You're just not carved from hero material.
Oh, you know? God, I love Sir Dan. I'm really happy that we met, though, and we're dating. We have a lot in common, and I enjoy talking to you. And that's the most important thing. You know? Like, obviously, I want to do you sexually, but I can get sex anywhere. Like, no offense to you. But I can get sex anywhere. What I can't find is somebody that I can be myself with. Somebody that I can talk to, somebody that I can vibe with. And I feel like I can talk to you, I feel like I can be myself with you. I feel like I can... yeah, vibe with you, you know what I mean? Like, that, like, the fact that I can talk to you... And I know it sounds weird, but the fact that I can talk to you about games and Kingdom Hearts like that and have an in-depth conversation with you about Kingdom Hearts is hotter to me than pretty much anything else that you could do. Like, the fact that you not only play games, but you know what you're fucking talking about. Like, and I'm not trying to be mean, but do you know how many girls I've dated or talked to who say they know games, and then they don't know their ass from their elbows? And I'm not saying that, like, I tested them, like, oh, I don't believe you're a gamer. I'm not like that, okay? My mom is a gamer. My sister is a gamer. I'm talking about, like, they say they're a gamer, I believe them, and then later on, it's proven that they don't know their ass from their elbow, and I'm disappointed. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm quizzing them. If that makes sense. And yeah. And it's not like I'm like trying to expose the chick or something or trying to make her feel small. It honestly is disappointing to me. You know what I mean? Because I thought, you know, I believed them when they told me they were a gamer. Like, for example, I had this one chick who said she liked Final Fantasy. And she said she liked 8. And I really loved 8. As I mentioned, this was like 10 years ago. This was ages ago. And then later on, after assuming that she knew what she was talking about, I brought up some of the 8, and it's like, no, she'd only basically played it a little bit. And it's like, oh, okay, so, like, you just bullshitting me when you said that, you know, you were into Final Fantasy. And that's not the vibe that I get from you at all. Plus, I honestly do think there's a large amount of girls out there, especially e-girls, that simply say they play games because it makes them more attractive to men. That's not to say there isn't female gamers, obviously, but there is a lot who just say that for more internet appeal, you know what I mean? And it's unfortunate. Because I'd rather somebody just be fucking genuine. I am super upfront. Well, I never said you're an e-girl. I'm talking about, like, you know how many chicks who have OnlyFans who are like, oh, I'm a gamer, and they don't actually game, they're just saying that to make men thirst after them? You know what I'm saying? And I think there's a lot of women online who do that to get attention, because they know guys are attracted to gamers that are female. And to me, it's just disingenuous, you know? Just be honest. I'm one of the most honest people you'll ever meet. Even though it's cost me a lot of friends. If I have a problem with you, I'm gonna tell you. You don't have to wonder. I don't play fucking games. You know what I'm saying? If I have a problem with you, if I have a problem with anyone, my friends, they will know. Yeah, exactly. It's like, you know, it became that meme where the chick is like, it's a hot chick sitting on her bed. What's your favorite PlayStation game? She's holding an Xbox controller, unknowingly outing herself. Like, I've legitimately spent most of my life feeling alone, you know? Solitary, like I didn't have people to talk to. Especially not women. Like I said, I love the fact that I can talk about this shit. And yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3. Yeah, I'm not gonna say I hate Kingdom Hearts 3, because I don't. There's a lot of parts of Kingdom Hearts 3 I liked. It was an incredibly beautiful game. I still think it is. It almost looked like a Pixar movie brought to life. And I love the bigger worlds. And some of the new shit is really cool. Like, I really like what they did. I really like what they did with Olympus Coliseum. Fully getting to explore, you know, the town, the mountain, the fucking Olympus. It's just... I spent the... Yeah, exactly. I spent the majority of my life waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3, like from the time I was a kid, even though I like the in-between games. I love Birth by Sleep. There was still always that, when is Kingdom Hearts 3 coming? You know, like, and they posed it, it's not the end of the series, but the end of that arc, you know? And I don't even think it's a bad game. I just think it's the most disappointing game I've ever played because of how much I was hyped up for it and how much it did not meet my expectations. Like I said, I thought the battle system in Birth by Sleep was fucking perfect. It was active, it was responsive, and there were so many different ways that you could customize your character. You know, besides the fact that Aqua, Terra, Ventus, they all have different abilities, you could play them different ways. My Ventus would not be the same as yours, so, like, there were hundreds of abilities, and because the abilities could level up and be combined, you constantly got that feeling of leveling up and getting new shit. You know what I'm saying? And I love that. And then Dream Drop Distance had the flow motion on top of it. So, you know, like, it had all the same stuff. But hey, I can fucking, bounce off a wall and slam down and then use a combo. And so, even Recoded, which I fucking hate, still had a good combat system with the command deck. So it felt like they yes, exactly. So I feel like they had the perfect battle system, you know? And for like 3 Kingdom Hearts games in a row, Birth by Sleep, Recoded, and Dream Drop, they were implementing on the command deck. And all I wanted for Kingdom Hearts 3 was to implement on that same battle system. Like, keep the command deck, but improve upon it. And I honestly felt like the combat system in Kingdom Hearts 3 was like a massive step back. I honestly prefer the combat in Kingdom Hearts fucking 1. And, you know, Kingdom Hearts is all about the combat, so that in and of itself made it a massive fucking disappointment for me. But then, like, it's supposed to be the culmination of the story, or that arc of the story, the Xehanort arc. It wasn't really, not in the way that it should have been. Like, the final climax with Xehanort was so fucking disappointing. Like, they build Xehanort as like this world-ending force that he's so smart, you know, and he comes across as that. The Xehanort in Birth by Sleep, or Master Xehanort, I guess you could say, obviously, because I'm talking about the bald version, the older version, not Xehanort from fucking, you know what I mean, Xemnas. But Master Xehanort from Birth by Sleep has got to be anything ever. He was perfect. And I don't know if you knew it, but he's played by Leonard Nimoy. Spock. It was one of the last roles that he did before he died. But his menace, his hand gestures, the look in his eyes, every time you saw Master Xehanort on screen in Birth by Sleep, you knew some shit was gonna go down. And I mean, I liked most of the villains in Kingdom Hearts, but with Master Xehanort, I really thought they knocked it out of the fucking park. And unfortunately, they had to recast him, you know, and I knew they couldn't avoid that because Leonard Nimoy fucking died before Kingdom Hearts 3 even started development. But I don't like who they picked. It was actually Rutger Hauer. And I love Rutger Hauer. You know, the main replicant from Blade Runner, a bunch of other stuff. I'm sure you know Rutger Hauer, right? I've seen... Yeah, he was. It doesn't matter if you spelled it wrong, I don't care. I'm not a grammar Nazi. I get what you meant. But you know Rutger Hauer, right? Blade Runner, the main guy in Blade Runner, the main replicant, you know, I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. Tears in the Rain. Fuck. If you've ever seen Batman Begins, yeah, okay, there you go. That's Rutger Hauer. Okay? He played Master Xehanort in Kingdom Hearts 3. And don't get me wrong, I love Rutger Hauer. I do not think he was right for that role, and he just felt wrong. You know what I mean? Like, inescapably wrong, and I can't quite put my finger on it. And, you know, they build up Master Xehanort to be this fucking world-ending quest. Like, this world-ending threat, you know what I mean? He's not compassionate. He wants to burn the world down, because he can. And then at the end of the game, it's like, Sora's like, have you just tried not being evil? And he's like, you know what? I never did. And then he basically kills himself. Like, what the fuck? All that fucking buildup for that weak-ass shit? And then fucking Kairi, man. They fucking sideline her for almost the entire fucking... They sideline her for fucking almost the entire... Oh, Jesus. They sideline Kairi for almost the entire Kingdom Hearts 3. Okay? Because she's training, because she's like, well, I don't want to be a burden. I don't want Sora to have to rescue me. And then the first fucking battle that she is back, she immediately fucks up, gets killed, and Sora has to rescue her. It's like you spent the entire game training her so she wouldn't be helpless, to then have her immediately fucking die? So her entire fucking role in Kingdom Hearts 3 is redundant. What the fuck were you doing? And then there's no Final Fantasy characters in Kingdom Hearts. So the series that's known for Kingdom Hearts fucking and Disney and Final Fantasy crossovers doesn't have any Final Fantasy characters. And then it's so dumb. So fucking dumb. Oh, that's right, I gotta get the chalice. My bad. You know, and then if you wanted Final Fantasy characters, you had to pay for like a $20 DLC that was fucking weak as shit. Remind? Well, it barely had enough content to justify the $20 price tag. It's like 2 hours. And it's like I have to pay fucking $20 to get what should have fucking been in this game to begin with? Are you fucking kidding me? And even the worlds don't make sense to me. Like, I'm glad, I understand that they wanted to have a lot of new worlds. Don't get me wrong, because people complain about them reusing old worlds, and that is a problem I have with like Chain of Memories, is that they didn't have a lot of new worlds. And it was almost like in 358, I love that game, but you're basically revisiting the same places exactly with very little differences. But Kingdom Hearts 3, because it was supposed to be the last game of the arc, needed to have a lot of returning worlds. And there were worlds that abso-fucking-lutely should have been in there that weren't. Like, no fucking Radiant Garden, one of the most important worlds in the series, almost been in every other main Kingdom Hearts game. We're not gonna have it in fucking Kingdom Hearts 3. No Destiny Islands. After all this time, I thought it'd be really cool to have us go back. And then some of the worlds that did return fucking sucked. Like Twilight Town. Okay, so, and oh god, it pisses me off so bad. Okay, so Twilight Town is one of the fan-favorite Kingdom Hearts worlds. It's one of the most beloved worlds in the series, as you know. Okay? I fucking love Twilight Town. Almost everybody loves Twilight Town. Now, for most people... Yeah, exactly. What the fuck? Now, for most worlds that appeared in Kingdom Hearts 3 that reappeared, they were bigger. You know what I mean? Like Olympus was fucking huge. It was the biggest that world's ever been. You know? And that was cool. Like I said, I really liked what they did with Olympus. They showed a side you hadn't seen, and they really showed the scale of that world. That, you know? But... Twilight Town is actually much smaller in Kingdom Hearts 3 than in any of the other games. And they actually, like, they didn't even bring back the main areas. Like, how the fuck are you gonna have a Twilight Town world in your game and not have the clock tower? That's literally the synonymous image of the world. How are you gonna have a Twilight Town, have Hayden, Pence, Olivert, and not have the usual spot, or the tram common? Or we're gonna have the mansion, but we're not gonna let you go in. Like, they got rid of almost all of the cool places from Twilight Town. You know, and I was so psyched because I love Twilight Town. It's one of my favorite worlds, and all the Kingdom Hearts 3 worlds you can see were massive, so I was thinking they were gonna dramatically expand Twilight Town. You know, because, like, you could always see the massive town off in the distance that you could explore. I'm like, oh man, I can't wait. And it actually was like a quarter of the size of fucking Kingdom Hearts 2. It sucked. And it's like, okay, don't get me wrong. I don't have a problem with the Pirates of the Caribbean world. It's not my favorite, but I don't have a problem with it. But you're telling me that we got another Return of the Pirates of the Caribbean world in the Caribbean over fucking, yes. You're telling me that we got the Caribbean coming back over Disney Castle, or Radiant Garden, or Halloween Town, or Destiny Islands? Like, who in their right mind, if you're like, hey, do you want to bring this game, would choose the fucking Pirates of the Caribbean? Nobody! No, let's do fucking Frozen. And let's have it have musical numbers. Even though it's widely agreed that the Atlantis in Kingdom Hearts 2 is like the worst fucking world in the whole series. So let's have more of that.
Gaining allies in the Hall of the Heroes is the way forward. Hack, choppity chop. Off with a few zombies' heads.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
It can redeem itself in battle. You still have a long way to go to rank as the best.
Yeah, you know? It is. It is, okay? Hot take, and one that I do not fucking care if it's a hot take. Tangled is a million times the movie that fucking Frozen is.
By God, Fortescue, you must be the luckiest corpse ever to walk the face of the earth. I have something here I can lend to you. Take it or leave it, but remember, I'm only doing this for the sake of Gallowmere's doomed population, and not for you, you gangly buffoon!
Okay, do you want to know what my favorite okay, do you want to know what my favorite Pixar movie of all time is? which I guess now makes them Disney, but they're still kind of their own thing. Like, I know technically they're part of Disney, but they have a very... sure, if you want to guess, go ahead. No, all of that is good. And I actually did like that world in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Greetings, kind sir. I am the Pumpkin Witch. I'm like a mother to those pumpkins. I give them all the love and care
Wally.
that fruit could ever ask for. From the moment they first push a shoot above the soil, right up until their heads are cut off and eaten. And look, see how they repay me, running around and causing mischief. That nasty old big pumpkin has a bad influence on the young seedlings. If you teach him a lesson in manners, I might give you a nice present.
Yeah, it just, like, it speaks to me. I see a lot of myself in Wally. And it's really bold to have, like, the first half an hour of the movie without any dialogue. Eva! Wally! Yeah, exactly. But I'm saying, you know as well as I do that, like, most people think of a children's film without dialogue for the first act, and they would just, think, oh my god, no, that would never work in a million years. But it did beautifully. Like, better than anything they could do to show you how alone he was. I also really like Up. I know that's cliched, but fuck, that movie is heart-wrenching. And it's not Disney, but I fucking love Shrek and Shrek 2. Lilo and Stitch, as we mentioned. I really love Lilo and Stitch. Yeah. I'm so blue, I'm fluffy! Like the scene of him sitting there fucking being Godzilla over her little model city is one of my favorite scenes in any Disney movie. Yeah. I like the show too. Is that them hunting down the other experiments? And it's cliche, but I like The Incredibles a lot. Where is my super suit? Oh, you mean Frozo? The Frozone? Come on, there's supposed to be one more fucking read around here. There it is. Yeah, I mean, Samuel Jackson. Give me a bad Samuel L. Jackson performance. You can't. Yeah. Even if you don't like the fucking movie, like, Samuel Jackson is one of those actors who gives his all. You know what I mean? You want to know an animated movie that I love, that I don't think gets enough credit? Oh god, that's a great movie. Yeah, he's really a fucking bastard in that movie. I have to think about what one of my favorite Samuel L. Jackson movies is. He's just so great in so many movies that it's hard for me to pick. But yeah, Lake View Terrace is great. Black Snake Moan, I think, is really good. And he's really good in that. And it's one of his underrated roles. You don't hear a lot of people talking. Oh, it's great. Black Snake Moan, you should look it up. Christina Ricci is a really damaged person. And she grew up in a fucked up situation. And she's really messed up. She's on drugs. And she's a nympho. Like, her boyfriend loves her and she just can't stop fucking guys. And one day she gets raped and beaten. While her boyfriend is off in the army. And Samuel Jackson saves her. But he sees that she's fucked up and has problems. So his daughter died of an overdose. So he's determined to save her. So he ties her ass up to his couch with a chain. Not as like a captive or anything. You know, like a sex slave or anything. But to get her clean off of fucking drugs. Before she kills herself. Because she's doing heroin. She's like heading for a fucking imminent death. And it shows their relationship and how it evolves.
A most edifying spectacle, sir. Man and vegetable in a magnificent duel to the death. Oh, I've come over all of a doodah. Here, have this lovely dragon gem as your reward. Oh, lovely, majestic.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Dragons are.
And I love Christina Ricci. Anyway. Oh man, another great movie she's in, Penelope. Such a fantastic movie. Ah, fucking get the chalice. Son of a whore. It's here somewhere. Where's the chalice? You said you like Marvel movies. Yes. That's Penelope. But you said you like Marvel movies. What would you say is your favorite Marvel movie? This is my cat Echo. She usually gets up here when I'm gaming or streaming. Hold on, I'm gonna quickly Google where the fucking chalice is in this game. I've already beaten this game 100% multiple times, but I honestly forgot where some of this shit is. It's been a few years. If I don't get it now, I have to redo the whole fucking level. For Carnage, yeah, I'll agree. If I had to pick my favorite Marvel movie, like in the MCU, I would say probably either Captain America, The Winter Soldier, or Thor Ragnarok. Yeah, isn't she beautiful? I love her probably more than I do most people. She's my whole world. Yeah. I honestly love her more than most people. I'm not even kidding. I love her like a person. She's family to me. All my animals are. Well, she's my only animal, but you get the point. She's such a beautiful kitty. I love her. What kind of dog is Daisy? Yeah, she's a good cat. Like, she'll sit up here for hours while I game. People joke that she's a co-host of my streams.
Dan. Tell me, what's a warrior queen gotta do to meet someone like you? Don't be shy, baby. I've seen you giving me the eye. You may be weak and feeble like old men, but I like you, Daniel. Oh, I love a man who doesn't talk back. I think if you return, I may take you for my husband. Now listen up, sugar. Your bow and arrows are fine for itty-bitty jobs, but if you want to pack some serious heat, you should take this spear. Think of me when you throw it.
Yeah, she is very thirsty. Almost as thirsty as you for this D. Can I interest you in some dis and D's? Dis, dick, and D's nuts? Come here. You're the good kid. I love you. I'm gonna eat y'all. I should hurt my leg. That's the only time I make her get down. I'm gonna go grind to get my health restored. So what do you think about watching me stream? Do you enjoy watching me stream? Do you find me entertaining? Yeah, well, just so... No, I mean, that honestly, like, if you didn't know me, would you find me entertaining? Or are you just saying that because you want to bone me? Just so you know, I have a fucking ravenous appetite. How late do you intend on being up tonight? I don't want to keep you up past your bedtime and fuck up your schedule.
So, even from the shackles of death, my old enemy pursues
Well, that's great.
me. You're too late, Fortescue. Already...
Well, I'm just trying to be concerned for you, you know what I mean? Figure out your schedule. Not just assume that you're not busy. I don't want to be like that. I'm just using this to grind out health refills. Another thing you should probably know about me, I'm slightly ashamed of my teeth are not great. I have a lot of cavities and fucked up shit. Just in the interest of honesty. I'm trying to get them fixed, but it's really hard to get your teeth fixed and see a dentist when you have shitty insurance.
So, even...
I mean, it's not like I have meth mouth, but they're definitely not great. Uh, there we go. Now, babe, I'm going to take a short break and switch games. I'll be back. I'll let you know.